everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with another Mixed Media Frenzy, and I'm doing something a little bit blind today. I'm doing Off the Board with Pineapple Papers, and the Mixed Media Frenzy pin that was chosen for all of us who play along to lift this week is the pin I'm using for today's Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. I'm also doing, in anticipation that tomorrow's, I'm filming this a couple days early, tomorrow's load prompt will be the color green, because we're doing the rainbow and we've done red, orange, yellow. So I'm assuming green is the next. If not, I'll do another one for load, but I'm hoping I can combine this. Obviously, they haven't come out with their prompt yet, so I'll know that tomorrow, and I may make a couple changes to make the story part of the prompt fit if the color prompt is green. So I'm cheating a little bit, but I have 4 or 5 big projects coming up, and I kind of wanted to do these that I know about. These are ones I know that I have to do. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, this is an incredible prompt by Julie Taylor, who is one of my very favorite designers of all time. Every single page that she does is so fascinating, and there are colors and little bits of detail and stitching and just such fun things everywhere. She did this one for Hey Little Magpie. You've seen me lift her designs that she did for Bramble Fox. So I'm really happy that this one was chosen for us. So tell you what I've done already is I've chosen some stamps. I'm hoping to use this Play All Day and Fun Shine stamps from this Heidi Swap kit from Pineapple Crush. So I have people asking me what stamp sets I use, so I want to be sure and do that before I put things away. I'm using the little open heart from this Wild Heart from Crate Paper. This is my most overused stamp set. And I may pick something from the Photo Play Living the Quarantine Life, but I don't know. What I like is the happy face there, because Julie has a couple happy faces in her layout. So I'm going to put that here, and I'll put these away. I'm also using stickers because the photo I'm using, and let me see if I can find it, is kind of a goofy selfie, the truck selfie that my son was taking of him on an outing with his 2 girls, Katie and Ava. And it's just, I don't know what day, there's no particular story to it. What I've done to kind of emulate the design, this is a photo I can kind of turn like this, and I'm going to mount it like that where it's at an angle. I distressed using my Tim Holtz distress tool. I distressed all around the photo, and then I used my Copic marker to go around and color the distressing, but not completely. And then I mounted it on black cardstock so that you could kind of see the white in addition to the black. I thought that gave it that kind of, I don't know, vintagey, grungy sort of look that has there. So I've also used my Bramble Fox die, brand new dies, to cut out these 2 frames out of green cardstock from this premium stack called Cafe Mediterranean from Die Cuts with a View, very, very old. That's part of my For the Love of Homemade Kits kit. So I've got those things. I've got this bit of green scrap paper that I'm going to put, if you'll notice on the original, she's torn this part and she's got some colors kind of showing through there. She has 3, I think I'm just gonna do 1. I've pulled, this is something from a sticker sheet that's also in that kit. I've got all kinds of girly type embellishments, including I pulled out this little embellishment pack from Chamel's Glitter Girl. I've got my eye on particularly the Glitter Girl with the pink, or the camera with the pink. I've got some green thread. I have green Pink Fresh liquid watercolor, Dilutions, shimmer spray in Fresh Lime, and non-shimmer spray in Cut Grass. Let's see, I've got a sequin mix that has kind of pale green on one side, and sometimes when you shake it up, it has a pinkish look, so I thought those might be nice. I thought I might try to work this little bit of a doily in, sticking out from the top of the paper, even if it sticks a little above the line, because it still won't stick out of the page protector. And I've got this vast array of green sequins. It's a mix that I think I started with a small mix, and I've just been adding to it. And so a lot of like kind of stuff that ends up on the floor ends up in there. And I went to my girl drawer and found this sticker sheet that has, that's from Chamel. This one is from Simple Stories. I like this little cascade of hearts here and these little tiny starburst sorts of things. And this one is from Dear Lizzie, and I like this because I'm going to use tassels like she has tassels here. I like this lantern with the tassels hanging from it. And right now, and girls just want to have sun, just some things that I might use. And these are all older. This one is from my brand new Mind the Scrap kit, and I just opened it today. There are some really cute girly images here. I like the sunglasses and this pink flower, and what I really love are these green tennis shoes. And there's like this girl gang, or yes girl yes. It really do be like that sometimes. This is a great inclusive set of stickers, and I just love it. It's from Damask Love, called Girl Power. So those are my choices to pull from. I have some snarky sayings by Diane Reevely, not Diane Reevely, but yeah, Diane Reevely of Dilutions. And I've got these Maggie Holmes Sunny Days, and there's some really cute sayings here, just the ready for takeoff and going places. There was another cute one on here somewhere. Anyway, I'll go through those. We'll see what we need as we go along. So first thing I'm going to do is smear some. I'm going to start with this bottom part. It looks like the mixed media kind of starts down here and goes up and gets kind of thinner and more spread out as it goes up. So I'm going to see if I can do something like that. This is the Lucky Clover, and this is my Cracked Pistachio, and I'm going to kind of mix them up on there. I will spritz it with a bit of water, making sure that I have some paper towel to blot up any excess spray over. So I'm going to do that. And I will tell you that whatever goes here, goes on, that's kind of what it's going to be. So I'm going to go like this and kind of just tap it up there. So I think that's pretty much going to be what it does. I'm going to let this drip kind of come down and maybe spread over a bit. That's okay. I may just do a little finger painting here to get it down. Maybe do a little finger blending Okay, so that goes away. I'm gonna get the towel that doesn't have any black on it. Kind of blot that. And the blotting, actually, when you use two colors like that, the blotting actually brings out the two colors. And you can see here that there's some of the darker green, and then you get some bits of the lighter. And because there was a little bit of pink, Dylusions ink, on my towel, there's a tiny little bit of it showing here and there. So I'm going to intentionally try that. It's probably not wet enough to do that. So we'll just live with it as it is. Okay, having done that, I think I've got the shape that I want and the placement for that shape. I'm going to tear the top of the page here. That's kind of torn in a scallopy fashion, which happens if you place your fingers in a certain way, and it's not the most desirable way for things to go. I like that this has the upward arrows. I think I'm gonna cut this so that you don't see the bottom of the next row of arrows. Hopefully I can get that precise with my quite imprecise trimmer that I love and would never part with. Okay, so that's gonna go there. I'm gonna turn it over and get some adhesive here and here, and I don't really want to cover that completely. Let's see if we can sneak this down. Okay, that seems to work, and I like that. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to let it sit there and not worry about gluing it down, and I'll probably be going over it with something. I've got these frames, which I was going to use in place of this circular stitching, although I do have some. Okay, let me do that. And maybe this and this. I'll do this at that same, maybe like that, and let it kind of climb up, and I'll put some of the other embellishments on top of it. And I'm not lifting these up with foam. I'm going to use them as kind of as platforms for other things, and they'll get mashed down and you'll see them there. I like that. Okay, so that's there. This I will raise up on foam. Actually, that's not a big enough square. Okay. And then I'm going to start doing is it that way or that way? I think I'll put it that way, parallel with this one, and have his face kind of up there. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to pull some. I love this thing that says everything is better together. And I thought I could work it into this little arrangement, what I'm calling the photo cluster. It's kind of a loose interpretation of photo cluster there. I'm going to pull, there's something else I had here. This rainbow, there is a rainbow right here, kind of by those. And though the colors in this rainbow do not include a green, I thought it was something I needed to use. And I tell you what I could do is I could put it on foam down at the bottom and use it there at the top. And I have some other things that can go down at the bottom that'll kind of bring the pink color, which is my accent, down there. So I'll do this. And then I'm gonna do my little, I'll staple my fringe. This is fringe that came on a lace, and it's more of that cracked pistachio kind of color. I love it, but I need to staple it. And then once I staple it, I think I might glue it on. Okay. If I staple it to the top, I may have trouble going through all of the fiber part and the layers of paper and doily that are here. So I'm gonna kind of do it like this and kind of stick it up under there. And I'm going to try to find something else to go right up in there. And that may be where I want to use maybe just this pink button. Okay. And maybe I want some of the green thread to come out of that, out from under that that piece of ephemera, the rainbow hello. Okay. Now let me get my popsicle stick. Now kind of squish that under and let it stick where it wants to. Okay, I'll probably use some more of that thread down in here, but I want to put other embellishments on first. I want to use this Bramble Fox. I'm kind of, I subscribe to their Fox box, so I get a box every month, and this year they're putting in a different font or style color of the name of the month. So the July is this perfect hot pink, and I'm kind of using these on what I call everyday pages during the pandemic, you know, kind of, this is just a little outing. I think they were headed to Starbucks, and Starbucks is only, it doesn't allow seating. And so, I don't know, they were just kind of being goofy in the truck. I like this because it has the right color green, but I haven't quite decided that I do want to use it. I like this. I like this Dream Big, and I want to use it over here where the the July is to bring some of that pink color. I'll do that. I'm gonna go with this just as a girl power kind of thing. It's from a Maggie Holmes ephemera set. Let me go look at the sticker sheets now and see. I've got this arrow that has a pretty pink and there's a pretty green, and it's got kind of a teal. Haven't decided where I'll use that yet. So let me go to the sticker sheets. The green tennis shoes from the Damask Glove are just adorable. And I'm thinking they can go put this one here. And I think the other one goes the other direction. Don't want to use that. I'll just leave it there. Well, actually, no, I'm going to bring it down a bit and let it kind of, because they, after Starbucks, or maybe it was before, I think they took a walk in the park and they went through the underground tunnel, and James got a really good picture that I later scrapped. So the shoe kind of implies walking, and I like a couple of these flowers here. Gonna put some foam and let them stand up. They're not meant to be flowers, they're meant to be kind of almost 60s flower symbols. So I'll do one right there, and I'll do this little one. Actually, I should do the big one further down, maybe right here, and then the little one up higher. All of on the original, the embellishments and all of the elements are larger down at the bottom and get smaller as they kind of sneak up to the top. So let me put that right there. And let's see, girl power, yeah, girl, slay. I like slay. Girls rule, fries before guys would be good, but that's kind of large. Too rad to be sad. I like those. Let me come back to that. The girls just want to have sun is kind of I maybe can use it here. Let me get some foam behind it. I'm going to let it be my horizontal platform down at the bottom there. And it'll stand out. I don't have or particularly want any yellow in this layout. I did the yellow layout a little earlier this morning. Girls just want to have sun. That would have been a good sticker for that yellow layout. But it stands out, and it kind of gives me a title in a way, don't you think? Okay, this guy, I'm gonna do sequins and dots, but I may want another one of these. And I probably should have put some the splatters that I'm gonna do before putting all the rest of this stuff. But I actually, here's the one I saw. Girls Just Wanna Have Funs. And that's, James will get a kick out of that one. Let me turn this button so that it's going this way, and I can put this phrase, and I'll just put that there instead of on foam. And here's some clear stickers that are gonna go down. Clear. Enjoy the Ride is a good one because they're in the car. Let's do it this way. Now, what I was going to say about splatters is I'll cover the photo because I don't like splatters on my photo, but I do like, I don't mind splatters on my embellishments. So, here's a little green. Let me put this maybe a little bit like it's coming out from that cluster. And things are going to be kind of at all angles. The Let's Get Away is cute, and then I may be done with these. Let's put this in conjunction with this. Okay, there. And do I have any other? There are some cute images on here. Where are they? Okay. They were out and about, and I like bicycle images for that. So having the little bicycle right there, and it's kind of greenish yellow. Here's another one that is really green. And I might do that one. Let's do it here. Okay. And then I've got here this little green car. And I've got another green car. I'm just going to put the cars in randomly. Going different directions. I've got some palm trees, which, because it's summer, where's the sweet sunshine? I'm going to put that in a cluster here with this pink flower. We have a few palm trees that are blooming in this area. There are a couple of ice creams, and I'm gonna maybe do one like this and another one like that. Let's see, golf carts, not so much. I love the pink camera here. Let's kind of go with it. Enjoy the ride, and you know that there, with your dad there will always be a camera around. Okay, is that's not stuck. Let me put this bag under her hand as though she were carrying it. Wonder if I can pull that off. This may be more trouble than it's worth, but okay, that worked. All right. Anything else? I like these pink sunglasses that are just pink without the brown color in those that was in those others. So I'm going to put these kind of right there. Okay, done with that kind of stuff. Now it's going to be splatters and dots. Let's go with that. I'm going to use I've got this folded piece of paper that can kind of protect the photo. Put it right there, and I'll go in with the black first, and this is not the shimmer ink, it's just the plain black dilutions. So I don't have to shake it up as much. I am going to put some green thread down here. Don't let me forget. Okay, and now I'm going to go with this shimmery green, which I really should shake up. And it brings in that kind of citron green that the frame and some of the other elements have. I'm going to specifically get some down here at the bottom. Okay, and we'll do this. And I'm going to kind of concentrate this darker color in the main, this main area. I may have let it get too far afield out here, because if you look at the original, everything's kind of contained down in there. Okay, now I'm going to do some just drops of this vivid green watercolor. And I'll drop it kind of where I kind of want it to work its way down. And then I think I'm going to blot that with a little bit of paper towel. At least I'm not going to completely dry it, but I want it to look different from the other inks and the other colors that are in the composition. Okay, so that's done. Now, let me do some stamping. I've got this Play All Day. If I put that down, the July will keep it from making contact. Things you should think about before you put stuff down. Okay, so that worked out okay. And now I've got Fun Shine, and I thought that might be cute right in here. Kind of stamped across that, and if I had that to do over again, I maybe wouldn't do it, but I thought I'd like it. If I'd had it a little bit further over, that might work. So now I'm going to do the little open heart. I'll put these off my little block, and I'm going to do lots of the hearts. Oops, that doesn't make contact, so go here, and then that didn't make a complete heart, so I'll go there. And we'll go up here and add one to there. I'll just stamp across the thread. See how that works. Okay, so done with the hearts. Now I'm going to use the lid cover for this spray ink, and I'm just going to put it on my ink pad and kind of do some of these guys. I've got a splotch out here that I'm not sure where that came from, but I need to apologize to Julie because I took her design, which was kind of a cone, not really cone, I guess upside down cone shape, pyramid shape, and I kind of spread it all over the page. But aside from that, I'm loving it. I don't know about you, but and I'm enjoying doing these little rings kind of across the embellishments. So let me do that. Okay, so I've got all triple rings. Okay, I'm done with that. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of freehand doodling, and I'll show you in here she's got some like a little LOL and some little bitty tiny hearts and little things that I assume she was doodling. Where did the happy faces go? There was one of these things I had that had a happy face, and I wanted to use that happy face. Does it? Oh, the stamp. There's a stamp set. We'll see. I'll play with that later. I want to put these green enamel dots on. And there are some pink ones, pinkish corally ones that I could also use just to kind of shake things up. Let's put that right there. I'll put those away. Let me get the little, let me see if I can do that little LOL. Okay, and let me do another one right here. And another one right here. And I'm going to draw some tiny hearts. Okay, guess I get quiet when I'm doodling tiny hearts. What else do I want? I think I'm ready for sequins, And the sequins go on with wet glue, so let me get that done. And I think I'm gonna go with these brighter green sequins, and I'll put one here to kind of disguise the fact that that ring didn't get closed. And I'm just gonna sprinkle a few out. When I have a mix like this and I'm not particular about there it is. What colors I'm gonna use, if I haven't had the intent to use several different colors, spreading them out like this gives me the best chance. This mix actually has some green leaf sequins. And I'm gonna turn this one upside down and just kind of put it right there. And I've got this citron color that would go nicely right here next to that LOL. Okay, and here's a kind of a random purplish one that is iridescent enough to give you something of a green and something of an aqua look at times. Here is my favorite, which is the clear green. There we go. And I might take another clear green and put it right here. Okay, so I'm happy. I was gonna maybe use these. Let me see if I've got a place that one of these, 3 of these might look good. Let me do one right here on top of my black splotch, because no matter what I do, every time I look at the page, I keep looking straight at that. And let me do, I'm gonna just do a trio of these. I will do this light green here, and I'll kind of put this off by itself and not have these anywhere else on the page. That's a kind of nice gray green, and then there's a tiny little, really heavily cupped iridescent, clear-ish, pinkish one. It'll look pink in the photo, I think. Okay, so that's done. I think I'm really happy with it. I love that photo, and the mood of the page is certainly reflective of the mood of the people in the photo. And Girls Just Want to Have Sun is kind of a good title, right? Okay, thank you for watching. See you next week for another Mixed Media Frenzy. And I'll see you tomorrow for another Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. And we'll see, by the time I post this on Friday, I will have the story clue. Ooh, you forgot to remind me about the thread, but I remembered. And I was going to do it right there where that leaf is. So I'll still do it where that leaf is. And I may change something. I may wait to journal to see if I can fit a story from this that kind of matches this photo to go along with that. Now I don't have any glue back there, but as soon as I go off camera, I'll put some. So that's where the thread's gonna go. So we have a little thread play here and a little thread play down here. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.